to, if you've never seen this before, you're looking at mayhem, total mayhem. I think Patty says it best. I can't remember it, so I can't reiterate it. But my name is Linda Cronquist. I can remember that, and I'm your host. Manic LA School of Comedy. A very, very special and unique boutique space we have.
Yeah.
You want to do a podcast, if you have to work on your set, if you have to do a self-taping, we do it all. And we'd like to introduce to you our team. The comedy concierge that makes it happen, Samantha Linderman. Yeah. She's looking for action. CC, there she goes. And hey, the comedy of the one and only Jackie A. She's with us for 2 months, our new scholar in residence. That's right. Yeah, we always have a scholar in residence, right? The last one was a scientist. No, seriously, a scientist. Remember that?
Seriously.
Now we're going to show you where this light is. Boom. Now, if you tell me you can't see it, then I'll help you. Because this is no.
One
okay,
moment.
I'm going to fix you.
You can see that.
Hey!
Can you see it?
Got that.
Wow!
That means 2 minutes.
And if it looks like this, flashing at you, that means stop.
In Bangkok,
you
that
gotta
means
stop.
that your prostitute is ready.
Yeah, got it. And we're going to have some more cards now. There's a whole lot of stuff going on that even I don't know about. But that means nothing. Because I want to start up with somebody I haven't seen in a minute. And I'm going to start with him because I'm tired of running away from me. And I'm stalking you. The one and only Lee Schwartz.
Well, I'm glad I finally got a stalker. I've been waiting. I feel like I mean something. Somebody, I'm interesting in some shape or form. Well, that's good. Is this on?
It's on.
All right. But the really good thing, I finally got out, and I've been trying to get out for a while. And I get 1 day a week. My girlfriend lets me out of the cage. 1 day a week. And this was the day. And the truth is, I'm really not here. So, not here. I was never here, as far as you're concerned. Right now, I'm at a lecture, actually, right now. Because I work at Santa Monica College, and a student I work with, he's an art major, and he's doing a presentation at galleries, so I'm there right now. And that was perfect. That worked perfectly. She couldn't say anything. And if anything work related is possible, is allowed, I got it. So I thought a lot about it before, and I'm foolproof. That's it. Alright, so finally, at last. So that worked really well, and at least got me here. So now I'm here. I should do something.
Yeah! Bring it on.
So another really good thing happened, which that took a while too. It's been like about a year since. Well, maybe that's too personal. All right, but anyway, so I've been with my girlfriend. I've been having lots of issues. I mean, it keeps going. It's just going and going and going. It doesn't end. It's all the time. And now there's a break in the action, kind of, because I'm here, so I can take a breath, which is good. But it's, I'd like to say things are getting a little bit better, and in some ways, they're getting a little, worse. I tried hard to dig for some. Not that I can't come up with anything. I'd like to. But. So it's, she had a violent streak, and she still does. Actually, it's getting a lot of worse, really, and more threats with the frying pan, and throwing things, and some things that could bring injury to myself. So fear has entered the picture, and getting pretty agile and nimble to avoid these things. So something must be done, and I've thought about something. I'm making an intervention, and I realize I no longer have to give you updates how bad it is. It'll just one thing. You'll look at me and you'll know what it's like, what's going on with my girlfriend. Here it is, okay? every time she threatens to hit me, I will go exercise. I'll jog. I'll go out and jog. You know? And then, so each time, threats, outside. Right outside, the minute I go, so she'll figure that out. You know, that's the point. So you'll see me each week, and if I'm in good shape, you know, I'm thinner, you know, she's been really out of control. running away. And then if I'm like gain a little more weight, you know, then things are better a little bit. You know, not in great shape, you know, that's okay. So it's good and bad, you know. So just look at me. I don't have to go into detail about all the things she wants to throw at me and how it's getting worse and worse and worse. You'll just know. It'll be easy. So, because I don't want to go on and on about all the things every day in and day out, and wishing for, you know, some relief of some kind.
Oh my God.
You know, and those when my mind just wanders, you know, into singles days and that, like, and you know, and I think about actually Mike's girlfriend, and sometimes I go back to that, you know, anywhere to avoid thinking about how horrible things are at this very moment. So I kind of escape into the past, you know, or escape here.
How? Tell us. Music?
Yeah. No. It's kind of like, you know, it's just back to single days, you know, how things went. And my brother's, you know, looking right now. I'm envious. He's trying to find the right girl. And, you know, and I was in desperate times not long ago. You know, it was right girl, the right one, or right now. You know. So they had this ridiculous thing, you know, and I was trying every ridiculous thing to try to meet the right girl. So they had it in the small town in Massachusetts, where I spent some time. I didn't grow up there, but it's the last place I lived, Boston. So they had this thing. It's single supermarket night, and I still can't believe I actually tried this because it's low tech, old school. You know, that's way, you know. So this is what happens in small towns to meet people. So the idea, really not thought out, good idea, because in theory it seemed alright. So this is how it works. You go to Saturday night, singles night at the supermarket. Okay? You put a little ribbon on your cart. That means you're available. Okay? And you go shopping. You know, meet someone in the frozen food section, or by the butcher, by the meat market. You know, meat market makes sense. You know, so I always go there. You know, because that's where everyone goes there just to meet the right person. You know, the right now girl, not the right one girl. You go to different areas to meet different girls. You know, but then something really they didn't think through is that really everything's about image. You know, so everybody would look at what everybody's buying. You know, and so you'd look at, like, everything would mean something, and it became, what were you buying more than anything? You look in the carriage, you see, you know, caviar, oysters, candles, you know what they're looking for. You know? And then you see diet dinners, you know, and that. Maybe she's obsessed with working out. That's okay. Maybe that's all right. But maybe she's overweight. They have to look a little bit. Is she overweight? Is she not? You know, and then what I'm getting, I have to think about what I'm getting. Okay, do I get, like, the expensive stuff? You know, filet mignon, or, like, good stuff, so it denotes, you know, that I'm well-to-do. You know, so hopefully they'll look at that. And so everybody ended up looking at what everybody's buying. So, and then some people didn't buy what they really wanted to buy. You end up having things that you didn't want because like, and then I had, you know, I knew that was happening, so I kept trying different things, you know, and the caviar, the oysters, the candles, you know, I was torn between what that really means, so I was trying to figure out. And then I realized, the right now girl, there's condoms and
Yeah.
6-pack of
There you
beer,
go.
6-pack of beer. No candles. So and then they look at that and they think, and it doesn't work out. I had like 6-packs, 20-packs of condoms that I never used because things didn't work out. You had a stockpile of all sorts of things. So it never worked. It never worked. So I had all the sorts of things I never wanted to buy in my closet. So it didn't work out. In theory, it worked out.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
I like that.
Good to be here
supermarket.
again.
I love it.
385. Me_385. Instagram.com.
I have to walk backwards. I gotta walk backwards. How funny is that? That's so funny. That's so funny. Now this is the yes. That was the light.
All right.
That was the light. And you know what? If it's your first time here, just acknowledge, because some people are just new and just like always not acknowledge a little, so that everything's all right, because we have the comedy of the one and only Shelly Bright's here. Yes, Shelly Bright. Oh my gosh.
Sherry.
Wait, I'm gonna just come into my time. I'm gonna have to blow it off.
Keep clapping. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How long? Can you cut?
oh. Let's make it right to Shelly Bright. Yeah.
Right. Hey guys, I'm Sherry and I'm a mom of 4. My last child just moved out.
Wow.
All 4 kids moved all the way to the East Coast. And I miss them so much less than I thought I would. But I was always one of those super supportive moms. Like when my kids got into soccer, I was the team coach. And when my daughters got into Girl Scouts, I was the troop leader. When my son got into drugs, I started a cartel. If you're a Jewish parent, when your kids apply to college, it is tough to persuade them to prioritize schools with strong Jewish communities. My approach is honesty. I told my daughter, listen, you're going to college, you're going to get HPV. But wouldn't it be nice to get it from a boy named Ezra? When it's time for my kids to settle down, the only thing I care about is that they find their soulmate and that soulmate be Jewish. But I'm such a people pleaser, I've never told them that. But kids always do the opposite of what you want. So when I want to influence their dating lives, I can rely on reverse psychology. I'm like, watch out for Joseph, bad boy vibes, that's no fun. And have you seen the size of his inhaler? And keep away from the Goldstein boy. I heard he's pre-med. The last thing I want or need is a son-in-law to write me prescriptions. Having teenagers is hard, because no matter how with it you are, they still think you're so uncool. My son comes home from high school and he's like, I won a chess tournament today. And I'm the uncool one. But still, I try to be supportive. I'm like, that slaps. And he's like, I'm like, oh, sorry, was that mid? He's like, Mom, just stop. I'm like, what? Mid doesn't slap? It felt pretty snatched. He's like, that's so cringe, and this is why I can't tell you things. Like, whatever, babes. He hates that joke. I am dealing with menopause. It's not all bad. I mean, there are things you can do, like to manage your hot flashes. I cut out caffeine, and to avoid my biggest trigger, I left my husband. Hot flashes, though, can really change your eating habits. Now I only shop in the frozen food section. That's where I see all my older friends. I'm like, oh, hey, Edith, you got your frozen peas, too? I'm just grabbing mine. Attention, cleanup in aisle 7. Mrs. Bright, step away from the peas. And that's how I got banned from Whole Foods. when I first got divorced, I joined the Bumble dating app. But if you're trying to find Jewish guys on Bumble, you have to be like a detective. I mean, you read through their profiles. Close with his mother? Probably Jewish. Hates camping? Probably Jewish. Orders Chinese food on Christmas? Definitely Jewish. Or Chinese. But I finally joined JDate, the biggest Jewish dating app in the world. I had to totally rejuvenate my profile. I recropped my profile picture so you can see my mezuzah and my Metamucil. Did you know Bumble only allows 300 characters? JDate 3,000 words. That's so Jewish. It's like switching from Twitter to the Torah.
Yeah.
Like my Bumble profile now just says see full profile on JDate. It's like on Bumble, guys are like, I like long walks on the beach. On JDate, guys are like, my relationship with sand is complex. Rough surfaces irritate my skin, but my dermatologist prescribed a nice non-steroidal anti-inflammatory cream, and I'm good for up to 24 minutes on the beach. Even on Jewish dating sites, everybody still speaks in code. If he's like, I like traveling to new places, means with his mother. I'm 6 foot tall, means 5'9". But that's a Jewish 6 foot. I have a great it's like, he's at least 6 foot tall.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
I have a great imagination means he thinks he still has a full head of hair. I'm sort of wondering if guys on JDate are even Jewish. I mean, JDate doesn't verify, like, quick, pull down your pants. You would think Jews could program a better dating app, but there's not that many Jewish computer programmers. You know, we're generally doctors and lawyers and composers of famous Christmas carols. None of us know HTML. I'm having such bad luck on JDate that I've started looking for Jewish men the old-fashioned way in Marina Del Rey. It is hard not to compare to my single friends. Even my 86-year-old Aunt Lee is doing better with men. She says to me the other day, I met a lovely man at bingo, and he sent me a photograph that was such a close-up I could see every freckle on his penis. And did the guy print it and mail it? Because I know she can't text. And then she's like, could you find me a new man on your computer? So I set up her profile and update, her new boyfriend is 90, and they met online on dnd.com. Diapers and dentures. I made up that name, but it would be perfect for elderly singles. I mean, they could have a section on the app called Home Safety, where you could check off, in case you want to spend the night, my shower has handrail. To make sure you belong on the app, they'd ask, can you send an email with an attachment? If you respond yes, they just kick you off the app. That's a thinker, right?
Yeah.
If a match doesn't communicate with you for more than 18 days, they send you a direct link to the forest lawn burial schedule. Because I'm such a people pleaser, I have a hard time rejecting guys. So to make things easier for myself, I only go on dates in places where I know I can make a quick getaway. Like, I'll meet a guy for coffee at Starbucks, right? And then I'll be like, oh, I thought we'd just do the drive-thru. You could walk alongside. I prefer to keep my windows up. Yes, I know I should be more direct. That's how I want guys to be with me. If a guy's just not feeling it, I want to know. Like, I went out with a guy the other day and he told me, I just don't think we're a match. And I was like, what the hell? That is way too honest. But you just ghost me like a normal human. I'm such a people pleaser that when my oldest daughter lost her first tooth, I was determined to be the best tooth fairy ever. I not only left money, I wrote her a personalized poem from the Tooth Fairy, and I covered each letter with glittery fairy dust. My mom friends were like, you blew it. Now you're gonna have to do that for every tooth. I was like, how hard could that be? I mean, how many teeth do they have? 20 times 4 kids, that's 80 teeth. Once I did the math, I realized it would be way easier just to have one elaborate tooth fairy funeral. So eventually that's exactly what I did. At the ceremony I was like, Clarabelle died doing what she loved. And we will remember her always, much like the memory foam pillow that crushed her tiny wings. When the neighborhood moms found out I had killed and buried the tooth fairy, they came up to me and they were like, So you're the reason we can't do Tooth Fairy anymore. Thank you so much. They sent me wine. We became strangely popular. I mean, even the neighborhood kids were like, can we go play at the Bright's house? They've got the Tooth Fairy buried in their backyard. Even though the Tooth Fairy was dead, I still found plenty of ways to overdo it. You know, between like birthdays and holidays. Let's just say they still know my name at Joann's Fabrics. There will come a day when you forget to leave anything for the Tooth Fairy, from the Tooth Fairy. And when that happens, it's hard to, yes, she's resonating. It's hard to know what to say. I mean, I remember I was like, maybe the Tooth Fairy forgot. You know, like Daddy does with their anniversary. And my husband was like, or maybe the Tooth Fairy was cold. Just ask Mommy about being frigid. It's hard to know when to let the magic of childhood die. By the time kids lose their last molars, they know there's no such thing as the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, strong marriages. But guess who kept all their Tooth Fairy notes? I did. I dug them out of the trash and I put them in each kid's memory box because I guess I'm just sentimental about what a fucking awesome mom I was. All right. Thank you, LA Comedy. Sherry_Brett too.
Where are you performing next?
Oh, I have a showcase at, I think it's at the Ha Cafe on the 14th.
Comedy Club on Lancashire.
I like to, yeah.
Woo! Good for you. Listen, you're gonna do funny. You're gonna sing out that one. Sit, shiver, shiver. That's 1 point. Sit, shiver. That's insane. Right? Okay, you're swallowing? Swallow hard because we're going home with the comedy of Kevin Holmes. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do it. Woo, 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 woo. We're watching you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
LA Comedy School.
LA School of Comedy.
My name is Kevin Holmes. Holmes, like Sherlock. Katie, and like John. Yeah, you know. John Holmes was a 70s porn star. Old school porn. Like sticky theater porn. The golden age of porn. Feathered hair, compelling plot lines, and funky soundtracks. So summer's almost here, and I'm starting to sport a farmer's tan. Now, I don't care if you drive a Maserati or if you're crushing it as a TikTok influencer. If you're flexing a farmer's tan, well, son, you've bought yourself a one-way ticket down that lonely road to the land of the incels. I'd like to weigh in on the subject of college debt. So my advice to you young academics is to borrow a lot and then borrow some more. No one's going to hold you responsible. The bank might send you a past due notice or give you a little nudge, but instead, look yourself in the mirror and say this little affirmation. I am not a robber. I took the money to make myself smarter. So go ahead, rack up that debt. Travel with that debt. Retire with that debt. Die with that debt. A friend of mine gave me some advice about altruism. He said, next time you're in the coffee shop, tip the barista, but make sure that no one sees you do it. And I thought, what's the point? I mean, I'm not tipping to improve the minimum wage. I just want you to notice me. For example, I'm a high roller. I'll put 20 in the tip jar, and the whole place cheers for me. So you guys, I'm not a baby boomer. If I had been born 1 year earlier, yeah, I would have been. But I'm tried and true Gen X. I didn't turn your entry-level jobs into unpaid internships. I didn't trash the environment so you could inherit a planet full of global warming. Now, had I been born 1 year earlier, hell yeah, totally would have done that. But I'm Gen X, so go easy. Anybody in here listen to music while you're having sex?
Try it.
Oh, no. I got a few fans. Well, I can't.
Unlike Sam.
I can't do it. So imagine this scenario. We've got romantic music, right? We've got perfect lighting, and it's getting hot and heavy, and I lead in and say, hey, honey, can you believe they just played a B flat? Did you hear that deceptive cadence? That minor seventh chord? And she looked at me and said, dude, will you get off me already? You incel. Any of you remember your first orgasm?
Yes.
Okay, nice. And I remember mine too. The summer after 5th grade, sweltering heat, and I'm swimming in the public pool. And I climb up on my inflatable raft, and I thought, that kind of felt good. So I went back in the pool and climbed up again, and I thought, wow, I kind of like this. So I did it again and again until I shot my preteen load into the public pool. I mean, just a few little squirts, but they did have to put up a sign that said, public municipal pool. No running, no urinating, and no ejaculating. So I was the victim of identity theft. And Citibank called me up and told me all the places that the thief had used my credit card. Dave & Buster's, Ross Dress for Less, Comfort Care Massage. Oh no, not only did I get ripped off, but I paid for that guy's happy ending. Let me see if I can get some new stuff in here. Thank you for having me, by the way.
Yeah!
Okay, so when did an opiate become an opioid?
Right?
So back in the day, regular people took opiates to relieve stress, right? It was a normal thing. We had the opium dens, the opium trade. No big deal. But then when the drug became a real problem in the United States, I think they got together and some brilliant person said, hey, we need something to up the game of this little drug. I think we should put an oid at the end of it. Right? So we need to make it evil and sinister, like hemorrhoid or android. That's going to make you paranoid or schizoid. I mean, I get it. I mean, would you rather go home with a freak or a freakazoid? Would you rather crush an opiate or an opioid? So I'm on Bumble, and I matched with a gorgeous 45-year-old. And on our 4th date, she looked me in the eye and said, Kevin, I've got something really important to tell you. I'm really 59. And I thought, well, this relationship is over. I mean, I couldn't possibly date a woman 1 year older than me. But being the dork that I am, I just kept doubling down. I said, you lied to me and now I feel violated. And she said, dude, don't take it personally. When I posted my real age, I only matched with creepy old men in their 70s. And I thought, well, I'm not like that. I'm a modern man. When I saw your profile, I thought we were only 20 years apart. All right. This is my last one. Did anyone ever tell you that the joy is in the journey? Yeah, they told me that too. But I'm older than some of you here, so I feel like I've got the authority to weigh in. And take it from me, the journey sucks. Get the cash and prizes and get out. The joy is in the paycheck. All right, my name's Kevin Holmes. Thank you for having me. What was that? You can find me at Kevy_story. And that's my Instagram handle. And I've got a show at the Comedy Chateau this Thursday. So.
Fantastic.
All right, Kevy.
Kevy! Oh, sorry. I got you. I got it. There you go, handsome. All right.
Thank you.
How's that? Partying in the house. This is gonna be at 3 minutes. Okay. 3-minute light. All right, so that means you're gonna have 2 minutes, and we are gonna keep it tight and go up for the comedy of the one and only Erin McIntyre.
Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Aaron McIntyre. It's Aaron, not Aaron or Aaron. Not, and please don't call me Aaron. Please, because it's Aaron, which is much better. Aeron. I actually I was born in Florida. Born in Panama City, Florida. I was there for 6 days. And then we moved to Minot, North Dakota. Anybody else in here? I'm an Air Force brat. Anybody else a military brat? No brats in here? You don't know what you're missing, man. Every 2 years, boom, 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 you get to move. And that means you get to be a new person. Every place I went, I'd go, God, thank God. Because, you know, I had a hard time in school, you know? I was always the kind of, I was always, looking for another fist to come at me. So each time I go, you know what? I'm gonna be a new man. When I move to this new place, I'm gonna be new. I'm gonna get a leather jacket. I'm gonna walk around. I gotta know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna be, hey, baby, what's up? And that would work really well for about 2 months, and then that fucker Aaron would always follow me, and he'd be there, and somebody'd find me out, and I'd be screwed. So we ended up in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado, the land of Broncos and Mile High City, and the reason they call it the Mile High City now is because there's fucking filled with meth heads, and yeah, it was not a pleasant place. It's very, very biblical. It's kind of like the biblical city. I don't know. There was a big tent with a guy who was found with a hooker and cocaine in the hotel room, and then came out and went, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, so we moved from then. I think that the going around and being a new person each time was the reason I'm an actor. I am an actor, and yeah, I know you've seen my work. There was no, don't. And hot dogs, pretzels, churros. And what was the other one? Why? So I'm sure you saw all that work. It was very good. Oh shit. Okay, don't end it. No, I left it. That's okay. I'm flying blind, people. I'm flying blind. Yeah, I'll just go to my daughter. So my daughter is fucking awesome. She's really awesome. She's 26 now. Oh, I almost forgot. I also have another daughter. I just found out about her 3 years ago. She's 43. And turns out my best friend raised her. So I felt like she was in good hands. But my daughter, we were best friends. We were very close. We watched Teletubbies until, Tinky Winky got canceled. Because Tuta, Tuta. Yeah, so we were best friends. She loves me very much. We're very, very close. And because we were so close, that's why she moved to New Zealand. So she now lives on the other side of the planet, and that was really good. But when she was growing up, I always knew that we were doing a good job. Because, there was that moment. She was about 4 years old, and we were driving down the road, and there's this car going really slow in front of us, and she's in the back seat. She's 4 years old. She's sitting there. And, I'm trying to be a good dad, just trying to be patient, Then all of a sudden I hear from the back seat, "Come on, lady, Jesus!" And I knew that I had done a good job. She could take care of herself, and the rest is history. Now she's a prison guard for kids. Yeah, she works in a juvenile detention center. down in New Zealand. So they're not quite as bad as the criminals here, but there still are murderers and rapists. And I'll never forget the day. It was one of my proudest days when she called me up and she said, "Well, Dad, I finally got called a cunt today." And she was very okay, so I that's it. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Aaron McIntyre. You can find me at Aaron McIntyre. Very easy.
There you go. Aaron McIntyre, closing on that. That's the way to roll, right? Yeah. That was fun. What was that line from the movies? There's gotta be more. I hope everybody's ready. Did they take their Addy? Did they take your Adderall? Get your Addy going. Get your Addy going, because we're gonna bring up Patty. Where's Patty? Patty! Patty!
Patty! Keep it going in the back for Patty. You know what I want to do right now? Hold on. This is great. I'm feeling the energy. You, sir, I want to welcome you. But do you realize that Sherry can remember her first orgasm? What a fucking gift!
I totally remember that.
I just kind of remember hiding my underpants in the bottom of I'm 61. I just turned 61 years old.
Birthday.
I recently had a wet nap. You don't get the wet dream, it's just a wet nap. And it started out, I was licking Lizzo's fupa. It was delightful, saltier than you think. I was making my way to her lovely love canal when she morphed into Kellyanne Conway. You remember her? Remember that fucking woman that used to defend Trump all the time and talk in circles? Yeah. She's got that bleach blonde hair, and we're going at it, and she's just blaming her inability to have an orgasm on the Obama administration. I tell you, that came so fucking hard. It was amazing, because I'm lonely, I don't get much. You know, I was very aroused watching you douse yourself with frozen peas. I almost want to buy some frozen peas for my wife when I go home tonight. Give it a try, because I want to tell you something, and this is a confession that I will make. I don't always make the tingle happen. Doesn't always ring the bell. Always pay the mortgage, though. That's a good quality. But my wife will we've been married a long time. She will let me know, "Oh no, you are not done, Patty. There is more work to be put in here." You know what I mean? Like yesterday, and I didn't. I didn't, you know. And she said that making love to me was like making love to the world's oldest Backstreet Boy. And she don't want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Premature ejaculation. Hold on. That's a very strong word. I prefer first responder. America loves the first responder, don't you? How about a round of applause for the first responders? What I'm trying to tell you is, if some guy, this is just for the gals here, some guy really knows his way around your... He doesn't really have a day job. That's all. If he does it real good, find one that always pays the mortgage. That's always good too. And don't think that it will be appreciated. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I just celebrated 32 years of marriage, which, okay, that's fine. Stop it, just stop. My wife she's not keeping up with me sexually. She's cutting down on sexual positions. She's down to 3, okay, which is fine, Lee. But 2 of them don't involve me at all. I do what I can. I'm trying. It takes work. You guys, you know what I mean? Like 32 years with the same woman. Over and over and over and over again. It's hard to stay in love. Easy to fall in love. Swipe, out of the DMs and no. Try stay in it, fucking love. You have to create subterfuge and shenanigans. Subterfuge and sexy fucking shenanigans to keep it going, baby. To keep the lead in your pencil. You know, you don't want to be shooting pool with a rope at 61. You need something that's going to get your innate. You know what I mean? Stop it. Stop it. So what we do is we do this thing. Clap if you've heard of Hall pass. Hall pass. You guys, Sherry knows what a hall pass is. Come on, you familiar with hall pass? No, never heard of a hall pass? Okay, I'm going to give a quick reiteration for this young gentleman right here. That's where if you have a famous person and your mate gets a chance to actually make sweet, sweet love to them, they can. They get a pass. Okay, so that's what that. Are we clear on what a hall pass is now?
Yes.
All right. So we have to do the hall pass thing. It never happens. It's unattainable. That's the whole thing. It's never going to happen. Let me kind of bring this to my wife is 100% Filipina. She's very small. She's about 5'11". No, 4'11". I'm 100% Irish. Okay, so in LA that makes our children tall Mexicans. I don't know if you're familiar, but that's what it is. My wife, the tiny wife, the little wife, she has her hall pass is Idris Elba. Fucking loves Idris Elba. You know, she calls him Hot Black Jesus. She loves Idris Elba. My hall pass was, of course, Sunda Kronquist. But Mark found out about it and put an end to that. I am a comedian, so the next was Joan Rivers until she died. You gotta draw the line somewhere. And briefly, just briefly, Sherry, it was the Cholula hot sauce lady. You seen her? Oh, God, she's fucking. Turns out, not a real person. Not even a real person. Nah. So, you know, strangely enough, my hall pass now is Idris Elba. He's a very hot man. And I mentioned my wife was cutting down on the sexual positions. And you know, I pay for 2 private Pilates instructions a week. And now that I think of it, both of those instructors look a lot like Idris Elba. Do you think this is a fucking coincidence? Damn it. But the best part about, you know, putting in that work with another person is, of course, I have 3 beautiful children. I have 5, but 2 of them are fucking annoying. And, hey, children! Okay, by the way, by a round of applause, who has children? Okay, very good. And who at one point was a child? Do we have any fucking former children here? Okay, here is a little advice to ye. If you call your parent by their first name, you are not the favorite. There will be repercussions. I have a son whose name is Mandrake. He calls me by my first name, which I think is his way of getting back at me for naming him Mandrake. And Mandrake, he lives an alternative lifestyle. He's an alternative. So hey, let's put our hands together right now for the LGBTQ community and the ability to love and be loved by who you are, based on who you really love and who you are. And if that's who he really is, I gotta love him, right?
Yep.
Because I hate to think he just started sucking cock on a spike. You know, but I kind of suspected it for a while. You know, because his name is Mandrake. If you think about it. My favorite is my daughter Nia. My daughter Nia. She's a 29-year-old criminal lawyer. I paid for her education, all of it, and I figured out I spent just enough money to educate her, just enough to look down on me. And she does. You know, I'm going to say something right now, okay? I never finished high school. I got a GED, and if you don't know what those letters stand for, you probably got one too. So while she was in law school, the whole time she's like, we're taking down the patriarchy, Dad. We're burning it down. We're smashing the patriarchy. Do you know what I found out? Okay. Did I find out? The patriarchy is me. Fuck! I pointed out to her gently that, you know, patriarchy is the reason she has no student loan debt. The patriarchy's been pretty fucking good, am I right? Pretty good to her. Along the lines that she still does. You know, we went in the restaurant. The hostess mistook us for a couple. It's LA. You know, anywhere else people date within or marry within their fucking generation. Yeah. So, you know, but my daughter's looking at me across the table after. She goes, Dad, don't take any offense. But even if you weren't my dad, I would never sleep with you. I said, why? She said, well, you're 61 and you don't have any money. So fuck yeah. You're 29, you drive a Jaguar, you make 6 figures, and you're still on my phone plan. When does that end in the state of California? If in the heat of passion I killed someone, I might do 8, 10 years. Making someone in the heat of passion is a fucking life sentence. Does it end? She thinks I'm an idiot. We walked out of the restaurant. There's a lady walking the other direction. It was a Sunday, so she had like a church dress on, you know. And I said to her, my vintage, about my age, you know. I said, oh, that's a lovely dress, and that color matches your eyes. She said, thank you so much. It's so sweet of you. I look over, my daughter is mad dogging me.
Oh yeah.
Dad. It's 2024, you can't just talk to women you don't know. Men have all the power in society. When you speak to a woman that you don't know, you're demonstrating that power. That is a microaggression. I said, how exactly do you think you got here? Did you think I sent your mother smoke signals? I microaggressed the shit out of her. I microaggressed your mama every chance I could. You know why? To win her love. We didn't have the DMs to slip into. We couldn't swipe. We had to walk up to a real live woman and declare our interest and look at her in the eyes and make noises from a hole under our nose. We called it talking. That's where a lot of you fucking come from. I said, I remember the first thing your mother ever said to me. It was 1992 at the Improv. And she was looking at me and she was playing with her hair and she did this. You know what that is? That's the original swipe, right? That's how we did. That's the come hither, baby. And I did. And I walked up, she looked at me right in my eyes and she said, Patty, do you know where to get any cocaine? I knew it was really love because I really love cocaine. And so did she. And again, 32 years of marriage. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what I'm saying is if those apps aren't working for you, try a little cocaine. It worked for me. Give it up for Sunda Grunquist. I'm Patty.
Happy birthday.
You've been adequate.
Happy birthday again. Enjoy it. I want to take the time to have a, where are you going? You can't. Because you're funnier when your bladder's full and I want to watch you. Give it up for Samantha Linda, ladies and gentlemen.
Anybody else have to pee tonight? Guys, what a funny night. Some of you should try comedy. I'm kidding.
Oh!
You all should. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. It's a beautiful night. Somebody said fairy dust. I paid an extra $15 to have that on my toes and my fingers. That's why they're out. It's a cost per wear situation. Men have really scared me away from my own feet. You know what I mean? Like just like if somebody have you seen if somebody posts a picture on Instagram was like free feet, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's not even so much I'm like, what are they doing when they see my feet? But the fact that I could be making money off of it and I'm not, it makes me want to put them away. I don't know. I'm Jewish, no, I'm kidding. No, I am, but I'm Sam. I'm from LA. Anybody else from LA? Yeah. One time somebody was like, you always talk about LA, and I was like, yeah, like that's where we are. No, I'm just saying like that's like pretty typical, you know, like I feel like that's something people do, even like singers, you know, they're like, hello, Los Angeles, you know what I mean? Don't you love when you tell people that you do comedy and they go, oh, you poor thing. Oh, you poor, oh, you sweet, oh no. They say you can't say anything anymore. And I'm like, what more? No, I'm like, what more do you want to say? You know what I mean? Like, you can say it, you know what I mean? But like, are they gonna laugh? Like, that's the question. But it's like, that's why it's fun, you know? It's like, no, but it's true. That's what people say. I say I do comedy and then they say, you poor thing. They go, who's your fan? I don't know. It's like a fun thing that happens. The worst is like, it's like, you have to be careful who you tell that you're a comedian because then they're gonna try jokes on you. Right. Like, I would say like the person that you probably shouldn't tell that you're a comedian is a dentist. Because you're already hostage. Like, already at the doctor, you know what I mean? You might be in a gown, you might be less clothed than usual, you might be ill, you know? It's a bad situation to begin with. You know, they're like, how are you? And I'm like, good. And then they're like, say a little bit more. And I'm like, you don't want to know. Like, you don't. Like, I know that you don't want to know. The last time I saw my pediatrician, I was very upset, you know? I was like a teen, obviously. And she asked me again, I mean, every year she would ask me, she'd be like, how are you, right? And then she'd go, how's school, how's homework? And then my mom's in the room and she's like, don't get me started. And I was like, do you two know each other? I was like, do you sit down and like come up with these questions, ask me every day? I was like, how's school? Homework sucks. I was like, homework is the worst. I'm at home and I have to do work. I never liked it. I never understood it. And the teachers never looked at it. It was just like, did you do it? You know what I mean? And then I found out everybody was cheating. I was a really bad cheater. But I did it towards the end. I mean, I had to. I graduated high school when COVID happened. Does that make you feel so crazy? I don't know. It makes me feel crazy. It was awful. It was just funny. I don't know. It was just like a weird situation to be happening. I mean, for everybody, but I was like, I want to go. For some reason, I wanted to go to Ohio for college, and I didn't. And I'm like, low-key, I'm like, thank God for COVID. I want to be in Ohio. I was like, I'm gonna go to a liberal arts school. And I was like, if I wear a colorful sweater here, there's a better chance I will find somebody else maybe in the same sweater. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, you can't tell like your college counselor that. Like, I was like, I don't know. On their website, it said like Lizzo performed here before she was famous, and I was like, should I go there? Like, I don't know. Like, it was stupid. Like, it was really like, I don't know like what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna major in psychology. One, if I do comedy, like I'll understand the audience, you know. Or two, if I drop out for mental health reasons, like it'll make sense. And I did both, you know. I did both. I really did. I love when people say, oh, comedy, like, oh, this is just like group therapy. If you think that you have 10 minutes to talk in group therapy, you are lying to yourself. Okay, I don't care if you have Blue Shield, PPO, whatever. You can't get a chance to talk. And it's not the other people who are trying to talk, it's the therapist. They're like, you start talking and like, so I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm like, wait, what? No, what? Like, I don't want to know that you haven't been okay. I don't like when therapists talk about apps, honestly. It makes me really... I just saw this TikTok. What? What? Like, I know TikTok's bad for me. Like, you can't be... If we're both on TikTok... Are you going to start sending me TikToks? I don't want that. I had to ghost a therapist because she was like, I love you. I want to come see your comedy shows. And I was like, this is too much. I was like, you're going to get married and go on a honeymoon and I'm never going to see you again. And that's what I did. It was crazy. One time she fell asleep. Because I met her in a group setting and she played Finding Nemo for us. Because it's so informative. You know, it's a movie obviously nobody's ever seen before, and like you should pay to watch that. You know what I mean? Like that's so important. Like I really feel I can't express how grateful I am. Like that Nemo was found. I don't know. I'm lost. Nemo was found. She fell asleep on the ground playing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. We all liked her so much. And she would show up, like her and this other therapist would show up sometimes in each other's clothes. And they're like, they were best friends. They got married. But the other therapist said that I reminded her of the other one. And later when I found out they were getting married, I was like, everybody's in love with me. It was like really, it was bad information. It was like, whoa, weird. But like, you guys are really hot together. No, but it's like, you can't say that to your therapist. Like, I can't be like, can I see the wedding photo? Like, I knew I wasn't going to get invited. I was like, how bad do you want to see me perform comedy? Because I would say, one day, I would say, listen, if you think I'm talented, obviously, do you want me to kill myself? Can I come to your wedding? Do you want me to fucking kill myself, or can I come to your wedding because your French bulldog's gonna be a ring bearer, you beautiful fucking lesbians? Happy Pride Month! Hello, it's Pride Month. It's Pride Month, and you don't know who's gay, so you better be fucking okay with it at this point. Just for your own sake, just be okay. You know, because sometimes it's like people are like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody kissing. Period. The fucking end. Let alone if somebody's talking really loud, they get spit on my face. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I get it. It's like I don't want it. I don't want it. My neighbor made a complaint that we were like watching a movie too loud. I was like, it's Saturday night. It's June 1st. We're in West Hollywood. Do you really think it was us watching a movie loud, or was it just the streets being excited? Like, I don't know, how do you say that to like a grown man? I don't think grown men should scream in people's faces. It's like, you know, like I feel like for grown men, we have more justification for extreme anger and violence than we do for pit bulls. And that's wrong! And that's wrong. If my pit bull could pay taxes like a fucking man, she would, okay? She fucking would. She would pay her taxes on time. She would show up to jury duty and be like, no, that's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, she would really be like, this is our American right. Like, let's take the time. You know what I mean? She wouldn't fuck around with the life sentence. I'm just saying she would get it. Because pit bulls get life sentences for no reason. Listen, I never thought I'd have a big dog. There's nothing like walking your big dog down the street, right? And clearly it's like, again, like, the way that I describe my dog is like how I honestly fear that people describe me in private. You know what I mean? Like, listen. She is amazing. She's so sweet. She's so beautiful. She's a little bit aggressive towards men. She can jump. She's easily startled. Don't feed her too much. You know what I mean? Like, she might ask you for a little snack, but don't give it to her. She eats shit off the street. That makes sense. I'm like, but she's the best. She's truly amazing. What more can I say? I mean, yeah, I live in West Hollywood. I do love it. The streets are alive, the city's alive. It's like, it's really old Russian people and young gay people living together. My Russian neighbor knows who my dad is. And she just knows me. Like, I don't know, it's like, I can't explain it, I don't want to get into it, it's just my life, you know, like, that's probably for my special that's coming up. No, I'm kidding. This is special to me. This is so special. This is so special. I recently got my wisdom teeth out and I didn't think I was going to make it.
No, for real.
My teeth didn't make it.
They didn't.
They didn't. I asked for them and they laughed at me.
Oh.
What are you gonna do though? Like, what are you gonna do? Sue? No, I'm kidding. I wasn't supposed to say that. But
Not to say.
I know. I told you, and then I say it. But thank you guys so much. I've been Sam. You're amazing. Shout out Jackie and Cece and Sunda. This is a really great night. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I already went. No, I'm kidding. Stop it. No, I'm kidding. I'll go. Yeah. But
the bathroom?
Okay,
let's go back. Come back.
Yeah. Okay. But bring it back to stage together.
Nobody notices this. Somebody had to go back. We all run out. You know what? He works in the airport. You guys come right back?
Is it number one?
Listen, this guy works in the airport, right? He knows everything in my fucking purse now. How funny was that? He was trying not to laugh when he saw me. Because you don't even know what happened on the way there. I had a picture of my license where I have straight hair, and one guy looks at the picture, he's looking at me, he's looking at the picture, he's looking at me, and he was like, it looks good like this. And I was like, okay. And I see him, and he's like, oh man, you know, like soon gotta be here too, you know what I'm saying? Like a relative, that kind of thing. Listen, it's crazy because, you know, it's like a relative. It's like, damn, you're soon. You know what I mean? That's my family talk. It's terrible. And Jackie, welcome to our world of craziness here. I hope that you enjoy it. Yes, Jackie is our scholar in residence, and our leading man in residence tonight is coming up after a very long time. Let's give it up again for the comedy of the one and only Josh Kaplan.
All right, Josh.
Hello. What's up, everyone? Jews in the house. All right. This is my Jewish notebook. Goat skin and everything.
Open it backwards.
There's no vowels in here. What the hell? Some Jewish jokes. Anyway. More Jewish jokes.
Yeah.
I wish. Prejudice is not it's not easy to talk about these days.
Oh. Make believe you're black.
Make believe I'm black.
When they say something to you.
Oh, I got a joke about that. Let's do it.
Good.
All right. I like to treat racism like ice cream. I will pay for it. And once I get a taste, it gets all over my face. It's just chocolate everywhere.
Ah!
She queued it up. I mean, come on. My friend with diabetes' birthday is coming up, and I'm not really sure what to get him. I've been thinking about it a lot. Maybe like some sweet candy that he likes. maybe like some fresh needles or something. I don't really know what they do with those. But I settled on jump rope. I'm gonna get my buddy a jump rope. I'm not sure he'll appreciate it though, because he did just lose his foot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's been kind of getting short with me lately. His life's out of balance. So I'm sure he'll walk it off. It's an old one.
Walk it off.
Oh yeah. Can they please get rid of the share button in porn? I'm kind of tired of that one.
God.
I don't know who came up with that one. Like, you ever been watching some porn and thought, huh, one of my 7 most recent contacts really needs to see this. Let's put a plug in that one, huh? Put a plug in it. God, I love when a porn joke works. Makes me wish I had more porn material. Oh, here's a great one. What would you say to someone with 2 vaginas, one on top of the other? You'd say, that's not a period, that's a colon.
Hey. Nice.
Grammatical. We're getting grammatical. Let's go. I'm not so good at observational comedy. What's the deal with that? That's way too meta.
Ah! No, I love it.
Oh man. Now I have to pee.
You'll be funnier. Don't pee.
Alright, I won't pee. Oh, here we go. I mean, this is just like some thoughts about peeing. But as a guy, I've realized there's 3 things that you can do when you pee. You can either look down and like really study it. Like when you're in a scientific mood, maybe you just like read an article about the Northern Lights and you really want to like discover something. Or you can look straight. And that's like business mode. That's like you gotta get in, get it out, get it out, get it in and get out. Or the last one is you can just look up and just enjoy it. I call that blowjob mode. The 3 pillars of piss right there. Science, business, and blowjob. I just watched A Quiet Place recently. It's a pretty good movie, actually. I was very impressed by how cinematic they made The Quiet Game. That's a children's game made into a movie. I was wondering what's next. Like maybe like Peekaboo, where if you flinch, a bunch of murder hornets like stab you in the face or something. Peekabee, Paramount presents. Starring Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Also, I was wondering what happens if you poop in A Quiet Place. I don't know if you guys know the premise of that movie, but you can't make any noise or else you die.
Oh wow.
So I don't know how you poop. I mean, that's just my observational comedy. Peeking right there. That's like the plot hole in like 85% of all sci-fi movies. It's like, what if you have to poop? Oh, relevant pooping question. How come sometimes being scared makes you poo, and then sometimes being scared makes you not poo? I mean, I don't have any answers here tonight. We're all just asking questions, really. A lot of poop-related brown questions. Speaking of questions, here we go. Oh my god, the segues tonight. I'm riding that thing back and forth. Hope I don't crash into a wall. It's nice when someone says, good question. You know, but then it's not nice when they don't say it. So like you could ask like, how can we make the healthcare system work for people of color? And how can we make it the same for everyone? And you go, oh, good question. But then you could say like, do autistic people know about climate change? And I don't know. So was that not a good question? Damn, this bris sucks. Oh yeah, they say that that homophobic people are secretly gay. If that's true, I gotta say I really hate gay people. Happy Pride Month. I used to be afraid of the dark, but then I grew up and I realized that my parents were just racist. There's nothing to be afraid of, you know? No one's hiding. I said to my dad once, I said, Dad, when I grow up, I want to do what you do. I want to run the family business, Dad. Be like you. And big moment for me, you know? Kind of a life-changing realization I came to. But, you know, Dads, he never really answered. I guess that was a good learning experience, you know? I was just trying to figure out how eulogies work. Nice. I'm glad I have that in the back pocket. Just in case I need to talk about my fictionally dead dad.
Yep.
You ever watch a couple grow fat together? Just like a couple years in, they're like, we've never been so close. I'm like, yeah, that's how space works. You're fat. Put the Cheez-Its away. Don't become my diabetic friend. I want to get you a jump rope. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna do it. I wouldn't call a midget fat, but if I could, I'd probably say that purse is too small for you. It's a little baby purse. I think what I'm realizing tonight is I'm fascinated with fat people, and that's pretty much it. And pooping. Maybe if I can combine those and put it together, I can finally get that college degree. Do fat people poop the same? All right. They don't in a quiet place. Scrolling through the notebook. This is nice. Let's see, what's one of my jokes? I think I'm out. I'll be out, I guess. Alright, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Josh Kaplan. Oh, where can you find me? I've been on Instagram, it's so long. I think it's joshcap.com on Instagram.
What are you on?
Instagram. But I don't know.
You don't do it anymore. What do you do?
Oh my God.
What do you-
Guys, just come up the stage.
Oh, I haven't done this in a long time.
Poor
I
guy.
haven't done this since the
I
80s.
feel so bad for you for asking
Luna.
all these questions. The son, my son I never had, right? This is, we can look alike. Before, that was good, because I don't have enough money for that lawsuit. Right. I gotta get a longer cord, or I don't know what's going on. Something's different. And you know what's gonna be different? When I bring up this next gentleman, you're gonna say, oh my God, not only have I seen him on HBO, but I've also seen him on Paramount and the Comedy Store and everywhere else. A gentleman, let's give it up for the one and only Albert Linton.
Albert Linton! Thank you, Sunda. One more time for Sunda Kroonquist. Thank you very much. And one more time for all the comics you've seen so far. You know, the introduction was so nice, I didn't think she was talking about me. I mean, who is this motherfucker that she's going to bring up to the stage? She sounds interesting. I might want to blow him. I was just thinking that time moves on, doesn't it? It doesn't stop. Change is the only constant. So, homeless people. I hate homeless people. Mainly because everyone, they look like me. Homeless people mistake me for homeless. I've had a homeless dude offer me food. I'm like, what the fuck? You look like you need it, bro. Take this thing. But dude, you homeless. I got a car and a house. You know what I think causes homeless people? Shopping carts. You know, every time you see a homeless person, they have a shopping, and they're attached to that. Blame it on Kroger. That's what I say. Oh, bye. Somebody left. Okay. And that's good. The dentist. Do we have any dentists here tonight? So it's okay to trash them?
Yeah, please.
Well, make sure you know who's in the audience. You don't want to get Will Smith. Start talking shit. Pow! Fuck. That was a joke, man. I hope to see her in the movie. That's all. She doesn't have any hair. There's right now a big controversy on many of the channels, the talk show circuit, about Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, you know, who's funniest and who did who wrong and all that kind of shit, you know. And I remember when Steve Harvey first got his thing. I think it was the first thing he got was a show host. But he owned clubs in Texas where I lived. So there was one in Houston, and there was one in Dallas, well, Fort Worth, which is, you know, the sister city of Dallas. So, and then he moved on to LA, and boom, just hit real big. He's always been funny. But Cat Williams is fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to follow him on No, man. I'd follow Steve. Given a chance. But Cat Williams runs from one side and slides and jumps up. He's doing exercise and shit. I don't want to work that hard. This is stand-up comedy. I want to talk and have you laugh and then get out of there. Well, get my paycheck and go, right? That's all I want. So, anyway, the dentist. I went to a dentist's office in Woodland Hills. And I thought, oh, Woodland Hills. That's a fairly rich area. You know what I mean? I mean, people make a lot of money up there. So, damn, that office was dirty. Pissed off me because I wouldn't let them, you know, dig around in my mouth. I'm like, fuck you. So I went out and I found a different dentist. There's no comedy there. So I had a hard time getting over here tonight. My car broke down on the way. I had to take an Uber, but I'm sure by now the cops have found him. I don't know what was wrong with the driver. I offered him the cash and I showed him my gun, and he still said no. I said, "Give me the car." No. So I hit him in the head and put him in the trunk. But you know, I got scared because I was thinking, what if he can't breathe in there? So I shot a few holes in the lid to help him out. Because I can't. My brother told me not to do that joke. I wish I had listened to him. But my brother gets carried away. He goes, Albert, you can't do jokes like that, man. There are too many stereotypes about brothers and violence already. And I knew what he was talking about, so I shot him too. Stuck his ass in the trunk. Good news, he won't be selling Amway anymore. Amway, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million. No, you're going to get your happy ass out of my house. But don't you have any friends? Yeah, but I want to keep them, so go away. I'm from Florida, the state of Florida, a town called Jacksonville, Florida. Rough town, but I was growing up very poor. My parents were poor too, but they were unusual. They kept me. We were so poor, our watchdog ran away. Not that we needed a watchdog. If a burglar passed our house, we mugged that fucker. One time a burglar broke into our house, all he got was practice. And this is where the anal joke would be inserted. This would be the callback to the anal joke. I didn't do it up front.
Oh.
So anyway.
Didn't do it.
So my name is Albert Linton. Actually, my real name is Albert Nathaniel Arthur Linton. I don't use it because the initials are ANAL. This anal for the slow folks. Some of you look like you're trying to spell the shit in your head. What did he say? And a lot of people used to tell me I look like Yaphet Kotto. You guys know Yaphet Kotto? Yeah. Black one. Some people say I look like Charlie Pride, right? Or Nipsey Russell. Nipsey Russell. Well, Charlie Pride, Nipsey Russell. I'm their love child. They call me Nipple Pride. So, you know, dang, I'm gonna be here all week trying to feel. Yeah, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Grew up in a rough area, man. Had to fight every day. You ever have a fight and the person's breath was so bad you gave up? You know, and I was winning until she breathed on me. So I bought the Girl Scout cookies. I'm just saying, rough neighborhood. In my neighborhood, Jehovah's Witnesses carried guns. The Mormons rode Harleys. The Avon lady didn't ring the doorbell. She kicked the door in and then she'd be like, boom! Avon calling, bitches! And we'd be like, lady, if you ain't got no free shit, you better get your ass out of here. We kick her ass too. Fight all. I had to walk my little sister to school to protect her from all the bad guys. She was very beautiful. She had very long black hair, but she wore long sleeves, so that covered it up. Are you feeling sorry for my sister who does not exist? Any married people here tonight? Anyone married? Of course, Patty, 30 years, 32 years, right? 32. My ex called me the other day. I knew it was her because I have a special ringtone. When she calls, the phone goes, damn! And then right there, my balls shriveled up. All of a sudden, I developed a vagina. Oh, she's back! I turned into a eunuch. But when she calls, it's always good news because I get to answer the phone the way that I do when she calls. It's like, why the fuck you calling me? You can only do it with an ex, right? You can't do it when the preacher calls you, right? So you imagine someone from church calls you, what the fuck you want, right? You're not going to be in church very long. Your ass is going to hell. But with an ex, you can do it. Because they ain't worth a shit. If they were, they wouldn't be an ex, would they? Okay, I get no agreement on that. You've abandoned me. You were with me for a while and then I lost you. Did it get too real? Is that what happened? I can feel his pain. What, I have 3 hours left? The red light just went on. I love red lights. I like hookers. I was at a strip club, and I'm stupid. When I go to strip clubs, I just start giving away my money to the first girl I see. Here. I just give it away. You may as well. You ain't gonna get shit. It's like the windshield wipers on a used car, right? They ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna get shit at a strip club. All you're gonna get is robbed. But what a way to get robbed, huh? I'm like, go ahead and rob me, baby. I like marriage. That's why I've had 4. But every time I marry a woman, it's always the woman. They always start out real nice. You know, we walk in the park, we walk in the moonlight, holding hands, making plans. By the time we get a divorce, the only time we walk in the moonlight is when she's cleaning her guns. And then she's like, walk in the moonlight now, anal. Get a better bead on your ass. I hated school, which is odd because I actually have a master's degree and a bachelor's degree. Of course, you have to have a bachelor's to get a master's. But I hated school. Originally, I always fell asleep in class. But then I get a hard on and wake up. I wake up because my desk would tilt over. Okay, that was a big dick joke. Because actually, I'm waiting for the rest of my dick to show up. It'll be here. I'm out of time. You can reach me at Albert Linton Comedy on Instagram. I'm also anal on Facebook. A.N. so forth, like that. And I'm also on a couple of series that are on HBO, All Black. I'm on LASC. We're getting season 2 is showing now toward the end. They have all my scenes in it. You know, and it was so good to be laying in bed eating Fritos and your movie is coming on. This is the first time. Anyway, I'm in Black Hamptons also. You can see that on All Black. And I'm auditioning to see what else I can get. And I think I'm on the side of, in the controversy between the two black giants now, Steve Harvey and Cat Williams. I think I'm on Dave Chappelle's side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Give me a hug, darling. My favorite girl right there.
Robin Lindsay, everybody! One on me. So nobody else wants to go out for real. It's such a good vibe. Nobody wants to go. Okay, well, I'm really glad that I came out here tonight. I hope you guys come back soon. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're doing podcasting. I hope you guys are all reposting us on Instagram. And if you are already, now we're teamed up with the Thumbs Up app, so you can make $10 just for posting what you spent $10 to perform. What? Ask me after the show. I've been Sam. Give it up for Jackie and Cece one more time, everybody.